I gotta be honest. I'm feeling a little overwhelmed with all the weeds, and I think it was that way last year too, because it rained so much during this time. But I don't remember getting a lot of rain like this. This was just one little cactus thing that I put in there, and it's going crazy now. And this is a bird bath I made a long time ago, and that is still holding up. That's what we're gonna make our walls out of, that right there. And that's what we use for plaster. Wow, it is, I can't believe how things are blooming around here, and it's August. Usually in August, it seems like everything I planted was just destroyed because of the heat, but it hasn't been so bad. So this is the area we've plastered around that area and on this, and then, okay, I'm trying not to freak out because of bugs. But Brian has it rigged up like a stage curtain where we can pull it up when we need to. And I have been feeling like, oh gosh, sometimes it gets really discouraging. Like you just, when the heat and the bugs and the rain and the weeds and everything just starts to feel overwhelming. Sometimes I feel like it's just never going to be finished. And I understand why a lot of people give up. There's a channel that, it's a fairly new channel, and it's called Two Rebels Off Grid. They were talking about how, they have a very good channel, by the way. If you're thinking about doing the opt-out permit, it's really good. The opt-out permit is what we're doing, and we're in Cochise County. I don't know how many other places do this, but it's, I'm too tired to explain it. But anyway, that's what we're doing, and they discuss it in depth if you want to take a look at their channel, and I'll leave a link in the description box. Also, the straw bale, or I'm sorry, the plaster is holding up very well. I think I've got something eating on me. The tarps are doing a good job, because last night we got a ½ inch of rain and it got a little damp on there, but it's holding up very well. So we're happy about that. And this wall's, if we can make it through this, I mean, this isn't even the finished plaster, and that's holding up really well. So we're pretty happy with that. But it's hard to do anything after a rain, because you can see what happens. This is like pure clay right here, and it's just a mess. So anyway, that's a mess. I'm down at the edge where the wall had washed away on our land. This much of land washed away because this wash was running that into that wall. So we got some trees lined up there now, so all of this is kind of filling in really nicely. It rained another ½ inch last night, and everything is green. I talked to my dad yesterday, who lives in Oklahoma, and he lives right on the Texas-Oklahoma border, and he says that they have not gotten hardly a drop of rain, which that's really weird for Texas. It's almost, I don't know what it's like. Anyway, I'm walking down. So we're building the house, and oh my gosh, I can't even, I'm trying to watch out for snakes, because you never know what you're going to encounter. You always have to be watching out. because this is Arizona and there's wild creatures everywhere. This is where the water line, because all of this was land that got washed downstream. It's still our land, it's just lower, but that's where the water line is hanging out. And then it's also hanging out around the corner down there by the little well house. So what we do is every 3 days we refill the tanks in the RV. And every time it rains, I come down and check to make sure everything's okay. So that's where I'm going. And it looks like everything's all right so far. It's kind of a jungle. I've got to get out the weed whacker and get to work on pulling some of these weeds, because I'm very worried that there might be some snakes or something hiding inside there. But look what I came back to. I couldn't believe this. I can't remember what I planted, but I think it might be, it's either squash, cucumber, or okra. Because I seem to recall maybe that I planted some okra, but I'm not certain. Hello? Oh, ran away. That's not Buddy. That's like Buddy's girlfriend, I think. I believe that's the female because it's not as colorful as Buddy. Buddy the lizard, if you've never watched this channel before. This is our house that we're building, or trying to. In Arizona, it is monsoon season. So this is when we get all of our rains, like all in the space of 3 months, and it's crazy. Right now, I think it's the calm before the storm, because it is really, really not much wind at all. And here's our water tanks. And now, I believe the last time I showed the tanks, it was at 2,000 gallons, and I could feel it with my hand. So since then, it has gone, it's up to here now. Right there. So just over 2,250. So times 2, because we have 2 tanks, whatever that is. Oh my gosh. If you had told me 4 years ago when we moved here that we wouldn't be in the house yet, that we would still be in an RV, I don't know that I would have agreed to this, but at the same time, my son has been trying to find an apartment in Phoenix, and he gave up because, well, he just stayed he's staying where he is, because rent in Phoenix for a 1-bedroom apartment is like $1,700 now. So it's insane. And guess what we pay to live here? I mean, the accommodations aren't that bad, but guess what? We don't have an electric bill. We don't have a mortgage payment. And now that Brian he's working at Honeywell, and we can save up for our retirement, and we can enjoy ourselves rather than putting all of our money into a house, because our house is already going to be paid for. This lovely, I know it doesn't look like much at the moment. I'm sorry. I have bugs crawling all over my face, so I guess I'll end it there. Thanks for watching. Oh gosh. I am in Tucson because Brian took a guy's trip to Mexico, and my friends Craig and Nikki went to work on their land, but I decided to stay here, and I got the whole pool to myself. It's pretty sweet. I love it. Thanks, Craig and Nikki, for letting me stay here.
Should I chew it up first?
Can you chew up the food before?
No.
Now they know you're lying.
Yeah, you know he would never
Feels
refuse
like-
any food.
Pancakes at my house. You're not going to refuse that.
That is yummy.
I feel bad about it, but it tastes yummy.
We ain't never done this before.
Hey Dalton, do you want
Yeah.
Thank you for
pancakes?
not
You should-
overeating so that I could.
We should have him tilt his head back and just pour syrup in his mouth. Give him that sugar rush.
Syrup? He's all syrup.